Hey guys, so today we're going to be learning about order of operations, and I know a lot of us have actually kind of started to learn about this in elementary school, but now we're going to kind of take it a step further, and we're going to use our exponents, we're going to use our knowledge about parentheses to really kind of jump into order of operations and really fill our knowledge with it. So first we're going to remember our little saying is, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, so let's kind of take a little step back and let's remember what this stands for. So the P, so for please, that is parentheses. And also brackets. So we're also going to include brackets in this. You guys will start to kind of see this as we dig a little deeper into our units, but brackets are always a part of this. So anything that's kind of like the separation, so parentheses. The next one would be excuse, and that's going to be exponents. And we just learned how to use exponents. So now we're going to get to apply our knowledge here. My dear. So anything when you see multiply, and dividing, divide. All right. And then Aunt Sally. So that's addition and subtraction. Spelling is not my thing today. Subtraction. There we go. Okay. So before we kind of start solving anything, I really kind of want to talk about my dear and Aunt Sally. Okay, so multiplying and dividing, and addition and subtraction. So guys, if I were to say 6 times 4, and you would tell me 24, couldn't you then go back and say 24 divided by 6 or 24 divided by 4, and you'd get, the same answer that kind of go hand in hand? So guys, these don't matter the order, right? So if dividing comes first, we would divide. Or if you see multiplying first and you multiply, it doesn't matter which one comes first. You're always going to read it from left to right. Okay, it doesn't matter what the order is in which you see it. Same thing with addition and subtraction. It doesn't have to be addition first. It's just whichever one comes first. So left to right. And we'll apply that in just a minute. But we're just going to kind of make note that this is from left to right. These both do, okay? So even if we see dividing first, then we can divide first. It does not have to be multiplying first. This is just a nice little saying to help you remember. All right, so let's go ahead and let's jump into this first one. So the first one says 2 plus 4 times 6. All right, so we know we're going to need to use order of operations, so let's kind of go down our little checklist. Please, do we have any parentheses? No. Excuse is exponents. Do we have any exponents? No. My dear. So do we have any division or multiplication? Reading through left to right. Okay, I do have some multiplication. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to solve for that first. So multiplication. 4 times 6 would give me 24. And then I'm going to bring down my 2. And guys, remember, it's going to be the biggest thing. Show all of your work. Show all of your work. That is where we see the most mistakes, is when we kind of try to combine steps and do it all in our head at once or something. That's when we see the most mistakes. So show all your work. Okay, so we did 4 times 6, and that gave me 24, and then I brought my 2 straight down. All right, so do I have any more, because I'm still on my multiplication and division step, do I have any more multiplying or dividing? No. Aunt Sally, do I have any addition or subtraction? Yes, I have addition. So 2 plus 24 would be 26. All right. Now, guys, remember, there are a ton of different ways to show multiplication, because, multiplication, he's just the special guy. He just wants to have all these cool ways to represent himself. So let's kind of go through these one more time. So, guys, remember this dot. If you see the dot, that means multiplication. That's primarily, you'll be seeing that a lot more. Yes, there is the multiply sign, but as you get up into higher levels of math, that X a lot of times is used as a variable, so that can get confusing. So you're really not going to be seeing very much of X for your multiplication sign anymore. So you might see the dot. If you see 2 parentheses side by side together, that means to multiply. If you see a number right outside the parentheses, see how they're grouped together, that means to multiply. A number right next door to the variable, multiply. Same thing, these are both roughly the same, the number outside the parentheses. And guys, if you see 2 variables grouped together, that means you're going to multiply whatever A is and multiply by whatever B is. Okay, so let's just kind of keep that in mind. We'll keep that in the back of our head as we're solving in case we need to reference that again. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do number 1. Okay, so for number 1, we have 24 plus 3. remember this little dot is in times, so times 4 minus 15, okay? Do I have any parentheses? No. Any exponents? No. Multiplying or dividing? Left to right. Multiplying. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's multiply. So 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to bring everything straight down with this. Okay, so notice how I brought everything straight down. Okay, now let's start over here. Okay, so I had multiplying. Do I have any more multiplying? Nope. Okay, I have Aunt Sally, so I have addition and subtraction. Okay, so we're going to go from left to right, so whichever one comes first. The addition one comes first, so we're going to do that one first. So 24 plus 12 is 36 minus 15. Okay, and then I'm left with my subtraction. 36 minus 15 equals 21. Again, guys, notice how I did every single step, okay? That's going to be a big key here. So 21 is my answer, okay? So, again, we have 4 times 6 minus 2 plus 3 minus 1. All right, parentheses. Do I have any parentheses? Yes. Okay, inside my parentheses, the only thing I have to do is subtract. So let's do that. 3 minus 1 would give us 2. All right, I've solved everything inside my parentheses, so I can go ahead and just get rid of them, and I'll bring all these down. And that would be, okay, so let's make sure we got everything. So 4 times 6 minus 2 plus, okay, perfect. Okay, so now I don't have any more parentheses left. Do I have any exponents? Fortunately, no. My dear, so multiplying or dividing. I do have some multiplication, so let's go ahead and let's do the multiplication. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then I have minus 2 plus 2. All right, so do I have any more multiplication or division? Nope. All right, so adding and subtracting, let's see what I have. Remember, we're going from left to right. All right, first thing I come across is subtraction, so we're going to do that one first. So 24 minus 2 is 22 plus 2. And then we're going to finish that out, and that would give us 24. Okay, so remember, it does not have to be that it's addition first, it's whichever one is left to right. So this one came first, so we did him first. All right, awesome job. Okay, so number 3, we had in parentheses 9 plus 2 times 6 minus 5. Okay, so starting up at the top, we have please, so parentheses. I do have parentheses, so I'm going to go ahead and solve for that. So 9 plus 2 is 11. Bring everything else down. Okay, all right, I don't have any more parentheses. Excuse, which is exponents. I don't have any exponents. My dear, all right, I do have a multiplication, so let's go ahead and we're going to solve for that. And then we know that there's nothing else left, so we would just subtract, so that would give us 61. There we go. All right, number 4, 27 divided by 3 plus 6 times 5 minus 12. All right, starting at the top of my please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please would be parentheses, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to solve for inside our parentheses. So first, the only thing I have in there is to add, so 3 plus 6 is 9. All right. Bring everything straight down as we see it. Okay, moving along. I have no more parentheses left, so now we're on to excuse. Excuse is exponents. I don't have any exponents. My dear, I'm looking for multiplying and dividing. So remember, from left to right, it doesn't matter which one comes first. So from left to right. First thing I come across is dividing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide first. 27 divided by 9 is going to be 3. And bring the rest straight down. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and no parentheses, no exponents. My dear. Okay, next thing I see is multiplication because we're going left to right. That's the first thing. So we're going to do 15 minus 12. And 15 minus 12 is going to give me 3. All right, and let's go ahead and let's solve this very last one. Okay, so I know y'all all like to just freak out when you see a fraction, but guys, I promise it's really nothing scary. We know how to solve for this. Okay, so I have something in parentheses. I have 2 thirds to the second power. Guys, what have we learned about the second power? Is there anything I need to solve in here? No. Okay, so we don't have to actually solve anything, but if it's parentheses, it's telling me it's grouping it. So 2 thirds raised to the second power, 2 thirds squared. So guys, that means I'm just going to be multiplying 2 thirds 2 times. I'm going to multiply it by itself. Times 2/3. So 2/3 times 2/3. Okay? Guys, when we're multiplying with fractions, just got to multiply straight across. So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. And 4/9 is our answer. See, that one wasn't as scary as what we thought.